Hello, and welcome back to another doujinshi reading from White Album 2. Today we're checking out a doujinshi as it was then. And as you can see from the cover, this one is featuring the lovely Kazusa. So we get this almost like blue washed out image here. It's not quite black, which is an interesting choice because I feel like black and white would be cheaper to print, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe they just like kind of the blue hues that Kazusa is always shown with. I don't know. It's kind of her vibe. It is really pretty though. Playing the piano. Looking good, as usual. This is As It Was Then. No! Setsuna! This isn't... Let go. Haruki. What a horrible scene. Also, I really like the way they portray the lines here to make it more emotional. Oh my. Which is exactly what I'd be saying as a passerby. Oh god. Don't ever touch me again. Oh, poor Kazusa. Poor everybody. Literally poor everybody in this situation. There are no winners here. Haruki's not a winner. Kazusa's certainly not a winner. Setsuna's definitely not a winner. I'm sorry, Setsuna, that your final memory of me should be a painful separation like this. Yep. That's true, actually. It's her final memory of Kazusa for years is just Kazusa making out with Haruki in the airport. Not even like happily, just heartbroken. Which brings us to Old Vienna, Austria. Again, at the same spot. Snow. Snow always reminds me of everything that happened then. It's coming down again. Aww. Maybe they should all just move somewhere that it doesn't snow. Or maybe that's kind of running away. Maybe that defeats the purpose. But I can imagine, even after you get over your trauma, weather is it affects us in a lot of ways. If a horrible thing happens during a certain season, dude, you'll think about it for years and years and years, possibly the rest of your life. Who knows? It's wild. At the end of the year in Japan, yes, this year's year-end concert will be held in Japan. I never heard about that. Well, now I've said it. Kazusa, you're coming too. What? No way. I'm staying here. Mother and daughter, I love it. It's wine and pudding. Life's two pleasures. Wine and pudding. I should have a wine and pudding night. That actually sounds really nice. What are you talking about? I've already told the maid that she doesn't have to come at all for the start of the new year. Also, I don't want to come home and find my daughter dead of starvation or the cold. I've told you I can live on my own. I mean, she did kind of live on her own. Granted, they had a maid that came twice a week, but still largely by herself. More importantly, have you decided what you're going to play at tomorrow's recital? There's the matter of your introduction, too. I called a friend of mine and reserved the cafe at the concert hall. Why don't I just play what I played at the competition? The Transcendental Etude? We already know how well you can play. No, it's Christmas. It should be something everyone can enjoy. Of course, it's Christmas. What? Oh, that's a cracker. The action Kazusa's doing here, I was like, what is happening there? Is she like Spitting? Okay. You know, lately it seemed like you can't focus very well. Something's missing. I get bored listening to you. Huh? What do you mean, something? What indeed? Moe is very popular in Japan right now. Oh, I know. You're missing the moe factor. Moe. I wonder what that guitar boy is up to right now. Eh? What does he have to do with... Immediately, Kazusa is like, blushy, womanly, beautiful, interesting. Yeah. Although I don't super agree with her mom's tendencies toward pushing this, it does work. It does get results. See, you have to go back to Japan and stock up on some ingredients. Like, that. Have him pour something into you. Ew. Ew, that's your mom. Gross. Don't be stupid, Yoko. No way am I going. Put the wine down. Oh, come on. Though the fact that she's calling her mom Yoko is kind of sad. I'm boring. I'm missing something. Any other insults for me? I know all of that already. I have for a long time. Since I was young, just shutting my eyes has been enough for my mother's music playing to come bubbling up. Pursuing that, imitating that, kept me from feeling lonely when I was left at home by myself. I had no personality as a kid. Left alone, ignored. Dude, this sucks. I hate reading about Kazusa's childhood because she wasn't able to develop herself, right? She was stunted. Her growth as a human being was absolutely stunted after her mom left. And even when her mom was still there, you bet her mom was busy. You bet her mom was in there practicing the piano, getting ready for concerts, leaving Kazusa at home for concerts. Like, it's not right. It's awful, awful. The heat in Japan gave me nightmares. The intense cold here cooled me down. When I came to Vienna, I became keenly, almost painfully aware of my own inexperience. I spent 2 years refining my skill, making up for the past several years of inadequate practice. Fortunately, I had someone around who gave me something to aim for. Kazusa. How to play, to approach that sound, to approach that woman. Martin Flugel, Kazusa's teacher, formerly Yoko's teacher as well. Why don't you try entering a competition? I love Kazusa's turtleneck in this page, by the way. I wish we saw more of it. At the competition, I simply played as the score told me, as the composer intended, as Flugel directed me. I was satisfied with the results. The results of try after try, boosting my technique to its utmost limit. Yes! The yes. Oh, but look at Kazusa's dress. Oh, it's so pretty. Always in those nice black dresses. The man who took first place seemed deliriously happy. Oh, he's crying, but good for him. On the flip side of someone being happy is the flip side of someone else being unhappy. And that's the other side of happiness. Practically jumping up and down. It reminded me just a bit of him. Aww. Good. as if you don't know gut means good. But okay, I guess. I'm glad to have the subtitle. What on earth? Celebrating Kazusa Toma, runner-up in the piano division of the trusty international music competition, Yoko Toma's Christmas Chamber Music Performance. Isn't that a mouthful? Holy cow. Why can't you just have a banner that says congratulations? Written in German, by the by. Huh? What? What are you gonna play today? So pretty! Yay! My friend here and I, we run a music school for children. Teacher! Teacher! Aww, what a beautiful thing to do. Listen, if you ever lose your inspiration for something, go to kids. Like, volunteer at a kids' school, go to like an elementary school's recital or something. I tell you, seeing like the future generations trying their best and enjoying things is so inspirational. It's so, so good. They're all so adorable. I wish we had just one more. Don't make this family even more complicated, please. Then you make one. Who? Oh, the pressure of having children. Is this where you've been going once a week? I listen and praise them and occasionally interrupt. That's all. It just has my name, or my face, I suppose, since I'm bad at teaching. We need to get them up to successor level. Oh, that's definitely still Yoko Toma, despite being over Kazusa. Up until now, have I ever observed your practicing? Successor? No, you haven't. She observes all these other kids, but she's never observed Kazusa. How sad. How sad for both of them. That's right. I've never given you anything more than an assessment of good or bad. You're leaving it up to someone else to find your successor? Seriously? You're my successor, aren't you? I'm your target and your rival, aren't I? Yeah, obviously. This author really loves to show Kazusa's heartbeat speeding up, which is really cute. And now for today's special guest, Yoko Toma's daughter, who made such a magnificent showing in last month's trusty international competition. Listen, they're calling you. Ah. I never did decide what to play. What do I do? It's been long enough. Maybe I'll try playing that. Liebstrom number 3 from Liszt 3 Nocturnes. It's all French to me. I have no idea. I thought she would play the usual transcendental etude. She's been hiding this from me. Or maybe she just didn't want to bring it out. The last time I played this may have been back then. Oh, some bad memories of that song then. Good memories, bad memories. See, it's hard because even good memories can become bad memories once they're overwritten. And Setsuna stealing Haruki away that day probably overwrit this to being a kind of bad memory. I will say that Kazusa has some wonderful posture here. I intentionally left it out of my repertoire because I didn't want to remember that time, even though I loved the piece. Coming here was worth it. I wanted him to hear more of my playing. Aww. I remembered how much fun the piano could be, thanks to him. I really did enjoy myself back then. Tsubage, tsugabe, encore. Alright, that's a word I didn't know. Zugabe, zugabe. I'll remember that, zugabe. We'll see if I remember it after this doujin is finished. Tsugabe, 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 tsugabe. What should I... Could we ask you to play one more piece? Alright, I think I can play it now. One piece. Oh boy, I cannot read. Alright, we'll read the translation. Then, before I knew it, you fascinated me more than anyone. Oh, okay. My singing voice is nowhere near hers, but this is absolutely Todokanai Koi in German. Oh, I wonder if someone's done a German cover of it. I've heard an English cover of it where someone did like English lyrics for Todokanai Koi, but I've never heard German. I wonder if it exists. I still hear Setsuna's voice in my ears. How can I show my heart in the mirror? She took the time to make German lyrics. That's so cute. Danke. Thank you for the flowers. Your piano playing and singing were both amazing. Is that so? Are you working hard practicing the piano? Yep. Also, she looks just like Setsuna. Look at her bangs. Look at her eyes. The way this artist draws Setsuna is 100% spot on this. Adorable. Look at you playing and singing at the same time. You were a big hit. It's not that big a deal. Oh, there you are. Sorry I'm late, Auntie. Auntie. Sounds so weird in English. It's not as weird in Japanese to say that, but in English, I don't think anybody actually says that. At least I never did. It's been a while since I last saw you, Auntie Yoko. Rina-chan. Rina? I feel like I've seen her somewhere before. Rina Ogata from White Album 1. What a cute cameo. What an interesting decision. That's awesome. Good for them. Huh? Rina Ogata? I'm so glad you made it. I came as quickly as I could. Rina Ogata, a popular idol and entertainer, currently based in New York. In recent years, she has appeared in a CA-TV drama, gaining further popularity. Dang, beautiful. And also, it's probably easy to notice, but she's wearing the same exact outfit as Kazusa wore to the concert, the introductory concert. That's cute. And she's standing right here. I have a session to do with the children, so sit here and make yourself comfortable, Rina-chan. Sure. It's interesting to see Kazusa flustered in the face of someone famous, because we never saw that in the game, in the anime, despite her being a part of all these really important concerts and things. No, we never saw her flustered like this. So nice to meet you. I'm Rina Ogata. Uh-huh. Congratulations on placing second in the trusty international competition, Kazusa Toma-san. Huh? She knows about me? You look like you're wondering why I know who you are. It's written right up there on that giant banner. Oh, right. Miss Toma, there are stairs over this way. Kazusa's so crass. I love her so much. Just kidding. I'm a fan of yours. You are? I've always been a big fan of Auntie Yoko. every time I come to Europe, I make sure to see her concerts. But last month, I came to see the competition you were in. Initially, I was invited to see Yoko Toma's daughter. Oh, and Kazusa did her best and she did so well. But the moment I first heard you, I became a fan. What? But I'm still far from the level of... Don't be so humble. You didn't need the label of Yoko Toma's daughter. This is such a kind thing to say. I feel like Kazusa living in her mother's shadow obviously helps her as a musician, right? And it helps her get to where she is today. But it's a lot of pressure. And it's also like I talked about having stunted growth earlier, right? Living in your mom's shadow and being Yoko Toma's daughter also can stunt your personal growth as your own unique individual. I'm not talking about career. I'm talking about just her being her own person. But no, she's always just Yoko Toma's daughter. And that's a shame. Very few people know her true self. You were an astonishing player in your own right. By the way, what was that wonderful song you just played for the encore? It sounded like a pop song. Oh, that? Well, it's a song I wrote in Japan when I was in high school. It's nothing that big. No, I loved it. There was a lot of feeling in it. It was overflowing with feeling. So, was it a boy? I bet so. Ding. They can tell the emotion that she put into it. That's exactly what her mom was saying. Oh, what are we talking about? Look at you making friends already. She's a fan of yours, you know, Rina-chan. I think I hit a sore spot. How funny. I was just asking what that encore song was. The encore? I'm not going to be Rina-chan's fan anymore. Because she teases you. Please don't remember. Fa mi do re mi fa 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 so mi. Well, I do feel like I've heard it once before. Ah, she was there, huh? Oh, I remember. Was it an arrangement of the song you played at your high school festival? Oh. Poor Kazusa. This is 2-on-1. This is unfair. Oh, here we go. The memories. This girl wanted to get the attention of the boy playing guitar with her. But the boy wound up with another. Quit blabbing. You can do it. You can do it. Scandalous, right? Stop talking about my memories that way. Oh, sorry. Poor Kazusa, dude. Man. It's a shame. Because I really feel like most people at this point, after years and years after high school, you just kind of look back and laugh at yourself like, oh yeah, I was totally in love with that guy. Didn't end up working out, right? You look back and you giggle. But Kazusa's in so deep. That's just, man, that's a shame. It was remarkable. That performance was something more than the haphazard playing you've been doing. I could tell that you had taken a step toward becoming an expressive player, which is why I brought you here to Vienna with me. Hey. Over there! Toma-sensei, silence, please. This is the student's performance. Shut up and listen, please. Magdalena, Yoko Toma's European manager, flautist, still learning Japanese. Shut up and listen, please? Sorry, Maggie. I'm going to go ahead and say that in Japanese, it just comes off as like slightly ruder Japanese than it should be. In English, it just sounds super, super, super rude. But in Japanese, there's definitely like a oh, she's using both formal Japanese and casual Japanese in the same sentence, and that's kind of the joke there. So sorry, everyone. Teacher, you have to be quiet. You always tell us to listen when someone's performing. I'm sleepy. Not fair. Boo. She's getting booed. Oh, kids are so brutal and so funny. You keep getting carried away making fun of me. Well, I've been told off. I was the one yelling, but... oh dear. Sorry. Hey, so... yes? Huh? Right? Could I ask you a favor? Merry Christmas, everyone. Sorry for making so much noise. I don't know whether to call this an apology exactly, but I'm going to sing something for you now. Ready? Yep. White Album. Oh, what a cute doujinshi. What a cute idea. This is adorable. Though the number of days we miss each other is growing, the feelings we have for each other are just by our sides. Wait, this song. Is that really her? Rina Ogata? What's she doing here? It's Rina-chan. Mothers of Japanese students. Oh, mothers? Pfft. They look like children. They definitely look like children. To say that it's okay for us not to see each other. It's a facade twined with a sigh. Well, well, how wonderful. Something about this feels familiar. Maybe I'd forgotten how much fun that time was, focusing constantly on the most painful memories. Setsuna, what's she doing now? Is she still singing? This is the kind of reminiscing that's good. Being able to look back and look back fondly. Rina-chan! Rina! Let it fill all the emptiness in this album. Unbelievable. Starting something this much fun without me. But I'm the star. You just invited yourself in at the climax? So immature. The saxophone solo. She's so funny. I would love to see this concert in real life. Rina-chan, Rina-chan, Yoko, Yoko, Zugabe, Zugabe. The recital was an enormous success. It can't be easy having a genius so close by. Genius, airhead, such a thin line. Yeah, maybe so. Can't drink anymore. Zzz. She's such a lush. I have a lot of respect for Yoko Toma. As a Japanese woman flourishing abroad, she's become a touchstone. You don't see many artists like her. I see. Your best friend and romantic rival? I left all of that behind in Japan. Are you afraid to remember? You could say I ran away too. I talk about expanding my activity overseas as an excuse. But I kind of wonder whether I don't belong in Japan anymore. Rina-san. That's exactly what Kazusa says about herself. But I have a dear friend who's working hard in Japan. She's going to be participating in the New Year's Eve singing competition for the first time in a while. So I'm planning to sneak in and support her. If I can, I'd like to bring her out with me. Bring Yuki to the world. Aww. Adorable friends. Honestly, goals for Setsuna and Kazusa. It's rare for you to come all the way to the airport to see me off. I'm not coming to see you off. I'm coming for Rina-san. You too. Kazusa-san? Yes. Even painful memories will eventually turn into pleasant ones. It took 10 years for me to feel ready to go back to Japan. What about you? I'm still not sure. Well, keep it up in the meantime. I will. Kazusa, when I get back, would you consider helping me at the music school? Huh? The children liked you quite a bit, you know. You could learn a lot from teaching others. I know. Well, I'll ask the old man about it first. Oh, getting inspired by teaching the children, teaching the future generations. Also, I'm sorry to push this on you, but I don't have the time. Will you get this reimbursed? Huh? It's a ticket for a flight to Japan that I was supposed to be taking the day after tomorrow. I've paid the cancellation fee. You could take it in your name if you wanted. I'm not using this. Just talked about how she's not ready. Kazusa, I'm going to give my best performance in Japan. What's that mean? I'm going to give a performance you could never match, to make the name of Yoko Toma known to the people of Japan. Anyway, off I go. Seriously, what do you mean? I told you I'm not going. I'm going to put up a hurdle for your debut in Japan. See you, Kazusa. I look forward to your next performance. Have a happy new year. Aww. Yoko's motherly in her own way. She's trying in her own way. I'm not saying it's healthy, but at least she's trying. Well, practice, practice, practice. Maybe I'll talk to the old man about the music school thing. Say, Auntie Yoko? What is it, Rina-chan? The one who invited me to the recital, was it? Well, it was a lot of fun, so it's all the same to me. Being a parent means doing absolutely everything for your children. You should try having one, Rina-chan. It's very interesting. Oh, really? To be continued. White Album 2 drama CD, One Night Triumphant Return. Which is when Kazusa does use the ticket and go to Japan for one night, trying to get in touch with Haruki, but she doesn't end up doing so. What an adorable concept for a doujin. I love this. Bringing in the character from White Album was a very neat touch. Thank you so much for picking up this booklet. I got sick at the start of autumn, which delayed my starting work on it, and as a result, I wasn't able to add color to the cover. But I believe the content fits in with the rest of my work. At the time that I was producing Amore Furioso, my adult-oriented work about Setsuna, I found myself thinking, what would Kazusa be doing right now? I listened to the White Album 2 drama CD, One Night Triumphant Return, and the question of why Kazusa would decide to go to Japan occurred to me. That was the base point for this story. Only the original creator knows her real motive, so I wasn't able to reach a conclusion. But I feel like I've at least set a flag with this or something. Lol. You sure did. Also, the matter of Rina Ogata's appearance. Her age is around 30, aged up from the very first Windows edition of White Album. The timelines in the anime and comics conflict a little. It started when I rewatched the sealed White Album anime in early autumn, and then at the White Album only event in November, as I was drawing Rina Ogata for a circle signboard shown to the right, which is really beautiful. I thought I might try involving her in the story. I think I managed to add a little color to the black-haired mother and daughter that way. Lol. Including photocopy zines and event-restricted works, this is my 9th WA2 book. But if I can, I'd like to include it in the 10th, to mark that big milestone. The White Album 2 mini after-story is supposed to arrive this winter. And on the same day that this book gets published, there's going to be a club radio recording happening elsewhere. What new announcements could there be? Since I'll be with my circle, I won't be able to go and listen. Sad face. Anyway, I hope this has touched your heartstrings in some way or another. December 2014. In the word balloons for this one, I wrote lines for foreign language conversations horizontally and Japanese conversations vertically. Ooh, interesting formatting. It might be a bit difficult to read, but thank you for understanding. Also, as usual, your author is not especially strong with foreign languages. I would be very grateful for your sympathy regarding any typos or mistranslations. Well, hey, you know more German than I do. And this has been As It Was Then, published December 30th, 2014. Nataku ga Yuku, Xanadu. And Xanadu has done a lot of really good WA2 doujins. I absolutely recommend checking him out if you haven't already. That your final memory of me should be a painful separation like this. Don't go, Kazusa! Don't follow me. Huh? Kazusa! This way, please. Kazusa! What could it be? Your phone? You can't bring any liquids on board. My sugar water. Kazusa! Should be a painful separation like this. Awkward. Hilarious, though. What if after that tearful goodbye? Which brings us to the end. Another story in Vienna. Beautiful, beautiful back cover there. So this has been White Album 2, Fanbooks 9, Nataku ga Yuku, 2014 winter. So, thank you ever so much for joining me on this doujinshi reading from White Album 2, which actually told a story that wasn't just Haruki X character. It was actually just Kazusa trying to maintain herself during that long gap. So, I'll be back with more doujin readings in the future. And until then, hope you take care. See you!